Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sarah Banta. I'm a busy wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the multi-award winning Accelerated Health products, a brand offering innovative, scalar enhanced natural supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just a source of information, it's a community. We're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, and this podcast is the springboard to learning, and the free group coaching is where we continue learning together. You can ask your questions. I post tips and tools to deepen your health 7 days a week and keep you motivated in moving forward on this journey. So here's what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests, hot topic issues that are in the news like today, every Friday to keep things interesting. And then, of course, the free group coaching on Telegram to continue the conversation and your questions get answered. Have you thought about detoxing, but you're a little nervous? All those detox flu symptoms people talk about. Well, I've created over 10 unique, easy detox cleanses to help you reset your body while feeling great day one. Just take the detox quiz on my website, sarahbanthealth.com, to find out which one is right for you. And if you are not ready for a cleanse, but you want to start with some supplements, don't know where to start, just complete the Health Goals form for your free supplement protocol that I do personally just for you. Just by taking a few steps forward with your health, you literally will change your life. And today we are talking about something that's so controversial and it's close to my heart. I've got a family member that we fight about this topic every time I see him. Heartburn, reflux, treatments, right? Should we be taking them? Should we be taking those PPIs? Are they meant for long term? Well, now it's official. It's a linked to cancer, not just other things that we'll talk about, but cancer. And you have to think about the fact that if anything's linked to cancer, what is going on between the time that you are taking something and you get the cancer? This little chasm isn't good either. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on that isn't cancer that's not good for your body. So these prescribed and over-the-counter medications for heartburn and gastric reflux or acid reflux are now under scrutiny for allegedly being linked to stomach cancer and kidney failure. This has been researched in Australia specifically right now. The Shine lawyers have launched a class action investigation in the health risks associated with proton pump inhibitors and known as PPIs, with an estimated 100,000 Australians potentially eligible. So that's just in Australia, not even the United States. Nexium, Losec, Somac, Periet, Soton, those are just some of the companies that are under scrutiny, right? So this class action will explore whether these pharmaceutical companies are responsible for these kidney-related claims and also just stomach issues. Prilosec, Nexium. So what is going on here and how do PPIs work? They're not meant long-term. Even your medical doctor will say, this is just a bridge for that 1 or 2 weeks. That's it. PPIs work on lowering the stomach acid production, which eases that burning symptom in the gut and the throat. So the problem is that acid comes up, you're uncomfortable, and are you going to stop eating the fast food and the tomatoes? No, you just want to pop a pill so you can get rid of that uncomfortableness. However, this reduction can cause an increase in gastrin levels, a hormone linked to cancer cell formation. Gastric cancers potentially connected to PPIs include neuroendocrine tumors and adenocarcinomas. Suspected kidney injuries include acute kidney injury, chronic kidney disease, and kidney failure. Your kidneys, like your liver, are your detox organs. We are so bombarded by all these toxins. If these organs don't work, there's going to be so many other issues than just the cancer from these PPIs. So That's what we're focused on today, but there's so many other things to think about. So acid reflux, is it from too much acid? No, it's actually from too little acid. It's ironic. So the very medications people rely on for acid reflux, like these PPIs or antacids like Tums, are actually making the situation worse in the long term. These drugs are designed to lower that stomach acid, which might seem like a good idea because that acid is what's causing the burning sensation. But here's the catch. Most cases of acid reflux, the real problem isn't too much acid, it's actually too little. When stomach acids are too low, the valve between the stomach and the esophagus, the lower esophageal sphincter, doesn't get that signal that it needs to stay tightly closed. So what then happens? This allows the food to come up and the acid to creep up into the esophagus, causing that sensation of burning. And you think, I have too much acid in my stomach, and that's not the case. So what do? We take the medications that suppress the acid production even more, which might temporarily let us go to sleep that night, but in the long run, it's going to create that vicious cycle. This person in my family who takes them and takes his Tums and all this stuff, do you think his acid reflux has gotten better with age and time? No, it's gotten worse, and he's even more careful with what he eats, but it still has gotten worse. So what are the risks of low stomach acid? So this compounds the issue. Without enough acid, your stomach cannot break down its food or absorb key nutrition like magnesium, iron, B12, protein that's needed for hair. Guess what? Stomach acid, the increase in stomach acid actually is connected to better hair growth. That'll get you listening, right? Plus, acid is critical for activating enzymes like pepsin that are needed to digest those proteins. When proteins aren't broken down, they ferment, leading to gas, bloating, even more pressure on the stomach, which can push the contents back up into the esophagus. So in college, I thought I was doing a good thing by taking Tums every day, just popping them because it's calcium, right? That's what I was told. Well, that was killing my stomach acid. I always got bloat and always got just uncomfortable. I never had enough acid to break down my food. First bite of meals, I would get super uncomfortable, cause diarrhea, gas, bloating, just a lack of protein. My hair was falling out, my skin was horrible. And so it really helps or it really hurts your nutrition absorption on top of everything else. So to make matters worse, your stomach acid is the first line of defense against these harmful pathogens like E. coli, H. pylori, salmonella, parasites. So when you're eating a food and you don't know where it's coming from, and it might have a little E. coli in there, your friend doesn't get sick, but you do. That's the difference between stomach acid. I would always get E. coli and salmonella. It was a running joke in my family. Oh, did you get food poisoning again, Sarah? And it was so frustrating. And little did I know, it was because I had not enough stomach acid to kill off these pathogens before they got into my system. When acid levels drop, it creates this open door for these microbes to take hold of your digestive tract, leading to issues like small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or SIBO and other digestive issues. So the real solution is not to suppress that acid, but to actually increase it. Because if you increase it to healthy levels, guess what? That valve is going to stay shut and acid is not going to come up. So this is the way HCl works. Hydrochloric acid. And that's what stomach acid is. It's crucial for breaking down the foods we eat, allowing your body to absorb the nutrients. Its role goes beyond that digestion. It helps maintain that balance between the good and bad microbes that we talked about. And ideally, the pH level of stomach acid should be between 1 and 3, which is so acidic. So stop drinking your alkaline water with your meals. Alkaline water is controversial in general, but for sure not with your meals. So put it into perspective. I think of pH like earthquakes. In most of your body, it's about 7.2. And it has to be exactly where it needs to be in your body in all places, or you die. right? Okay, so the stomach needs to be much more acidic for proper digestion, and that scale is logarithmic like earthquakes, meaning that each point on the scale is 10 times more acidic or alkaline than the next. So a pH of 6 is 10 times more acidic than a pH of 7. Different parts of the body need different levels. And while you may want your blood or your urine to be alkaline, your stomach needs to stay very acidic. Pepsin, an enzyme that breaks down protein, is only activated when your stomach pH is between 1 and 3. So if it's not, sorry, no breakdown of that protein. It sits there, it ferments, it turns into all of the gas and the bloat and the uncomfortableness, and you don't get the amino acid breakdown to feed your muscles, your skin, your hair, all of that fun stuff. So the stomach acid is responsible also for killing those harmful microbes we've talked about. And when it's not acidic enough, this is going to mean that parasites from that pork or even the good food that you're eating that I'm telling you to eat, that the parasites in the E. coli and the salmonella are part of, your organic lettuce, your salads that you're going to the restaurants for, they're going to survive and take over the good bacteria. And we're now in an environment where the spike protein is tripping up gut pathogens even more. So this is even more important. So the causes of acid reflux and heartburn is that low stomach acid. And what can cause that? Stress. Stress causes everything, right? Well, when you're constantly stressed, your body shifts resources away from digestion to deal with the stressor. You're not supposed to digest food when you're running from a tiger, right? You want your blood to go to your extremities so you can run really fast, to your brain so you can think, not in that digestion mode, rest and digest. So resulting in this lower production of stomach acid. So this can weaken your digestive system, leading you with chronically underperforming stomach. And then, of course, the sugar and processed foods. That's why your friend who eats a ton of processed food is probably suffering from more acid reflux as they get older than you are. The modern diet filled with the sugary foods, processed grains, chocolate, carbonated drinks, hydrogenated oils, that all disrupts your stomach acid. So even if you're eating that organic protein bar that's processed, it has stuff in there that is going to cause this disruption in your stomach acid. The food irritates the gut lining and slows down the digestive processes, further reducing your body's ability to produce that hydrochloric acid. If you have excessive diarrhea or vomiting, that can affect it. Also, eating too quickly or overeating. There's a reason all religions pray before eating a meal. Why? Okay, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my meal, I'm praying, I'm taking a moment, I'm getting out of that sympathetic mode, I'm into the parasympathetic mode, I'm telling my body to rest. Look at the food, which will start the digestion before you even take a bite, will start the production of the HCl and the stomach acid to produce it to get ready for that meal. Well, if you're overeating or eating too quickly and you're eating in your car on your way to work, that doesn't happen. So you're not producing the acid. So really important to sit with your meal for a second. So the symptoms, leaky gut, right? So without enough acid, the undigested food particles pass into the intestines, leading to inflammation and leaky gut symptoms, which can trigger food allergies, sensitivities, autoimmune responses to these foreign particles entering in the bloodstream, candida overgrowth, just like parasites in the other gut bacteria. It's a yeast that lives naturally in the body and thrives in an alkaline environment. So low stomach acid will allow that candida to grow, leading to fungal infections, gut imbalances, and systemic issues. If you've got toe fungus, you got a lot of fungus inside, right? So similarly, H. pylori is a bacterium linked to ulcers and gastritis, and that also survives in that low stomach acid. Rosacea is a sign of poor digestion and low stomach acid. GERD, bloating, gas, indigestion. The stomach, the food is sitting there in the stomach longer, fermenting and creating gas, which leads to bloating, indigestion, and that uncomfortable reflux feeling. Digesting red meats becomes difficult. You need extra acid to break down, especially beef and pork. They are the hardest to break down. I do not ever recommend eating pork. Grass-fed beef is okay, depending on your current state of health, but I really like the wild animal proteins, the bison, elk, venison, lamb. They're easier to digest. But also, you will need more HCl to break down your meats to get those proteins assimilated into the tissues in your muscle. Hair loss, like I mentioned, because if you can't break down those proteins into amino acids, your hair is not going to get what it needs, and your nails and your skin. And then just in general, malabsorption of nutrients in general. You're not going to get your magnesium, your iron, potassium, B12, zinc when you don't have that stomach acid. So what do we do about it? Okay, I've got acid reflux, Sarah. What do? I need to do something. Well, number one, and this has been a game changer for me. I'm never bloated anymore. I can eat almost anything that I put in my mouth and I feel it assimilating. I feel it nurturing my body, my hair, my skin, my muscles, all of that. And that's the HCl Guard. It's the number one supplement for low stomach acid, right? So HCl Guard does not just aid that digestion. It helps sterilize harmful pathogens, improves that nutrient absorption, stimulates the digestive waves called peristalsis that moves the food smoothly through the system by helping it activate those key digestive processes. But it's different than any other HCl. It helps with the hair, the skin, the nails, all of that. But the way it is formulated with its patent, it is much more effective. I've done HCl from other companies, nothing like the HCl Guard. And it will help with your skin, your hair, your mood, help with the gut pathogens. I have not had one case of E. coli since I've started it, which is huge for me. I literally had it at least once a month. Did not matter where my food was coming from. To pair with the HCl Guard is the Holozyme, and I've spent thousands of dollars on different digestive enzymes. This is the first one that actually works. It's a game changer. It helps with the gas, bloating, loose stools, cramping, undigested foods. These enzymes are special molecules that help break down your foods. I feel like the body has just so many enzymes it gets for its life. So if you're using all of those enzymes on your processed foods and your sugar, you're going to run out. It's like having money in the bank, right? Well, what foods have enzymes? Plants, vegetables, fruits. So if you eat a lot of those, you might have enzymes that last longer, but most of us don't. So the stress, the processed foods, the GMOs, the glyphosate, all of these modern day stressors kill our enzymes. So Holozymes is differently. It works very quickly. It has a patented formula that activates the enzymes when it gets to where it needs to go. It doesn't get killed before then. Then we've also noticed, and we've talked to Stephen Wright about this, we've talked to Terry Cochran about this. In the last 5 years, most people have histamine reactions or intolerance, more so because of the spike protein, the diet, everything. Even those healthy foods, bone broth, bananas, avocados, high histamine foods. Well, we need histoharmony to help with that histamine intolerance, because histamine intolerance is going to affect our stomach acid and our digestion. Histoharmony is much more powerful than any other histamine supplement because it has a patented formula, a DAO enzyme, and it can help with those headaches, the itching, the swelling, digestive issues that most people are having with the histamine response. It delivers a high potency with 20,000 histamine degrading units per tablet. That is a lot more than any other supplement. With those 3 supplements, you will feel amazing when you eat your food. The whole idea is to have the food translate into energy. That's why we eat food, right? It's not normal to get bloated or gas or acid reflux. Now, if you're doing this and you have such bad acid reflux, put a little baking soda in your water. That can help. That's a cheap, easy way. But with these supplements, you won't need to do that. Next is the accelerated cellular detox powder. That's soaking up all the toxins out of your body, reducing the inflammation in the gut, and helping with their bowels, with the inflammation, with acid reflux. It improves digestion, also helps with weight loss. It now has chitosan in it that takes out the excess fat out of the body and lowers your cholesterol. It's been helpful with Crohn's and colitis. And what is colitis? Inflammation of the colon. So it's been super helpful. I do a big scoop of it right before bed. I also will take an extra scoop before I go out to a meal if I don't know where that food is coming from, right? So then the next one is the accelerated ancient salt. That helps with digestion, helps breaking down those undigested fats. It's a powerful antihistamine, and it also flushes out the toxins that may be contributing to your digestive issues, helps restore balance. It's packed with 62 alkaline minerals, so it's balancing the pH in the stomach, but hydrating your cells and helping with that ATP production as well. It is amazing combined with the cellular detox powder. So those are the supplements to focus on. Now, what dietary changes should you make? You want to focus on the lean wild animal protein, bison, venison, wild or white fish. Those are the easiest on your stomach and less likely to trigger the acid reflux. Skip the frying, go for the grilling, the baking, and the steaming. Stay away from the citrus fruits. My favorite fruits are the frozen cherries, watermelon, apples, pears, papaya. Those are my go-to. They're low in acid and less likely to cause issues. Focus on the right vegetables that don't contain oxalates like spinach and almonds and cashews or turmeric, sulfur. Those we want to stay away from too. They disrupt our detox pathways, and those are the healthy vegetables, the cruciferous broccoli and cauliflower. Those could be causing issues by tripping up your liver detoxification. So I love romaine, zucchini, carrots, cucumbers, artichoke, asparagus. Those are just a few of them, but you can look to the accelerated food guide on the website at sarabantahealth.com to find out the best foods for you for your acid reflux. Ginger can be helpful, eating that with meals. Use the healthy fats, organic cold pressed olive oil, organic avocados. You can use herbal teas as well. You want to stay away from the acidic foods. You want to stay away from the spicy foods. You want to stay away from the fried and fatty foods. Those are the worst of all. Caffeine and carbonated drinks, they can worsen acid reflux, especially the sodas. Those are the worst. Alcohol, chocolate, sugary processed foods, they're all going to make your acid reflux worse. You can also eat smaller meals, stay upright after eating, chew your food slowly, drink between meals, not with your meals. When you drink with your meals, even water, that is diluting the digestive enzymes to break down your food. So make sure you're hydrated going into your meal. Lastly, you can elevate your head while sleeping. That might help as well. So hopefully this was helpful. It's a huge issue, especially since 70% of the diet that you are eating is processed food. Huge issue, right? We need to stay and focus on those organic whole foods, and that will be a huge game changer for you as well. Thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost in the supplement world, no worries, I'm here to help. I know it can be confusing. So you can get your free supplement protocol. Just head to sarabantahealth.com and complete the health goals form. Get a personalized supplement plan just for you from me. Join the free health group coaching on Telegram. I answer your questions and I post insights. You learn from everyone else. You don't feel lonely in this world of health crisis. And you can follow me on social media. I post different things there than I do on my Telegram chat. So make sure you join there at Accelerated Health Products. And you can listen to this podcast, Finding Accelerated Health with Sarah Banta, anywhere, including Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, and over 100 platforms. Share the knowledge, share this podcast with some of your friends who at the dinner table is burping and going, ooh, ooh. They have acid reflux and they need to listen to this. And you can use coupon podcast10 to try any of the supplements we talked about and get 10% off your first order. Remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.